right, you guys ready?
Yeah, let's do
Let's
it.
do it.
All right. Hey, everybody, we're back at Tailgating. I'm Bruce with Marcus and Daryl. And I don't know if you saw that game with the NBA. We're going to cover that NBA game with the Spurs and the Knicks. Oh, phenomenal. But before we do, let me just ask you a trivia question. Because the first thing that was phenomenal about the game was how many points the Spurs scored in the first half. I mean, I saw what they got 76 points.
76 points.
Unbelievable. I just couldn't believe it. And we'll talk about how in the world do you blow that kind of lead too. Here's my question. What team, though? I thought that might have been the best, had to be the most points ever scored, but in a half. But it wasn't. Most points scored in a half was more than that. But what team has a record for the most points scored in a half for an NBA Finals?
For a finals.
For a finals game, not just all over, just for a finals game. What team, not player, what team, and can you remember how many points that was? I didn't know. I looked it up. So now I do know, but I thought surely the Spurs had the record at that point, but they didn't. So you guys out there, answer the question. Let's see if you know.
It's a good one. That one don't have as good of a. I mean, I could probably net it down to like 5 teams, but I mean, just kind of based on who's been in the playoff and who was a very highly offensive-driven team. Spurs have always been more of a defensive team, so I definitely would have counted them out. But
all right, let's get into this game. Because I just thought, I texted my son Daniel and I said, like, hey, this is quite a game, and he says, what? So he turned it back on. He had turned it off when it was such a big lead. He says, no way they come back. I thought, yeah, they've done really well coming back to like 15-point deficits, but what was it, up to 29-point deficit?
29 points at one point.
So now I thought about this. I think it's you, Marcus. You have this theory, and I thought this goes right along with your theory about you have to lose in order to learn how to win. And I thought this fit your story because New York Knicks, you can say if I'm right or wrong, but the New York Knicks, they've lost the last couple of 3 years, even though they look like a pretty good team. Now they've learned how to win.
Yep.
Now, the Spurs had this lead that you couldn't possibly blow unless you haven't learned to win. So is this one of those teaching moments? We won't know till the future. Will all of a sudden the Spurs, not this year, pretty tough for them, but I mean, will they take this and learn how to win in the future? Is this one of those moments you kind of refer to, Marcus, hypothetically? Because you really don't know till the future years, but that's what it looked like to me, Marcus.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it is exact. Now, Darren, you be quiet. He said, Marcus, let me get my piece out. Absolutely.
Daryl doesn't want you to get that much credit. Sorry.
Yeah, no. Absolutely. This is what I've been saying throughout this entire tailgating, experience is that in many of these scenarios, you have to be taught how to win at the championship level, and that comes by learning how to lose, deal with it, and make those adjustments. These are the biggest stages, in sports. And, you take a team like San Antonio where the average age or the median age is what, like 22, 23 years old. Yeah, really
young. They're a young
all
team.
The talent in the world, but that showed right there. It's just that it's two things here, Bruce. Number one, yes, you have to go through the pain and suffering of losing to understand what it truly makes to mentally, physically, emotionally, to take yourself to the next level and actually win. The Spurs have all the components. I think it's just the experience. But again, that comes by learning what happens when you don't have all those 3 pieces in alignment right there. So yes, them losing will set the stage for them to be even a stronger contender going into the next season. Now, I will say one more thing, and this kind of takes me back to the season where the Golden State Warriors won 73 games and 9. A distraction is what you see when you take your eye off the prize. And that year, Golden State was so focused on beating Michael Jordan's record and having the best record of all time that they took their eye off the real prize, which was actually winning a championship. And that's why Cleveland ended up beating them. I think the same thing to an extent falls true here for the San Antonio Spurs. They were so focused on beating Oklahoma City and making the statement that we are the team in the West. They weren't prepared. They took their eyes off the bigger prize in terms of winning an actual championship. So I think between that And the fact that they just don't have the experience, yeah. And I'll say the last thing, and I want to hear Daryl, obviously either rebut
He's going to rebuttal you.
or give me his whatever he wants to call it, his own analysis here. But I'll say this here: they got out coached, they got outplayed. There was no reason in the world the Spurs should have lost that game. They could have literally just held the ball out and shot.
Yeah, that's what they should have done.
2 seconds at the end of every possession, and they would have had a better chance of winning that game than, obviously that last play where, what's his name, DeMarco, went up for the late. Yeah, he could have held. Yeah, he could have just held the ball, got fouled, even though you got the free throws, and he's a good free throw shooter. But yeah, and that's just our coach. Do I think the Spurs have a great team? Absolutely, but that was just pathetic. I mean, that's horrible. I don't even have words to express how they lost that game. They should be going back to San Antonio with a 2-2 series. Instead, they're nursing a 3-1 deficit, and right now, I think their confidence is shocked. I wouldn't be surprised if New York closes this thing out in San Antonio.
Yeah, I think so. All those comments I think is true. And particularly when you're talking about the time. I think their time management, I think goes to coaching. Their time management was terrible. There's a series there where I think they whittled it down to a 15-point lead.
Oh,
I think there are 3 plays in a row that New York missed. But San Antonio brought the ball down really fast and shot up a quick 3. They didn't run any time off the clock.
They shot 8 3-pointers in a row at one point. 8 3-pointers. And see,
I already said
time
that too.
was on their side.
Yeah.
Time was their friend at this point.
Yeah.
You had to use it. I'm sorry, Daryl. What's your thoughts about this?
Oh, I don't really have like a rebuttal or anything like that, man. Come on, Marcus. I love you, man. I wouldn't come on here trying to be disruptive with you, bro. But I have a question.
Yeah.
I do have a question.
I want to hear it.
Because you said a lot there, and I just want to know, based on what you said, who won the series?
Who won the series?
Yeah, who won the series?
The series isn't over yet.
Oh, it's not over yet.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, just kind of process that. You know how the young people say, yeah, process that for a second, because it's not over yet, right? We win before you lose before you win, and all that kind of stuff. Okay, second question, number 2. Where's Denver?
Cancun somewhere.
Where's OKC?
They probably went to Cabo.
Yeah, okay. All these guys, they have way more experience than the Knicks, winning than the Knicks, but they sitting at home watching it like us. I'm just saying, look, I get it. That is a good theory though, Marcus. I mean, you have to lose before you win. Okay, yeah, you sound like a Baptist preacher. Look, here's my thing. Here's my thing.
Yeah.
It's not over. It's not over. Spurs coming back and do this, man.
They're gonna
Spurs
win.
Coming back to do this.
Did he just
win
say
one game or the whole thing?
I'm sorry. They're gonna win.
They're gonna come back and do this. They're gonna win this. Because see, Marcus, I take that back what I said. I do love you, but I take it back. Now you only you be getting on the people bandwagon that win.
Man,
somebody win one time, you they friend forever. Until they lose.
That is not the case here. I was going for San Antonio, and I ultimately want San Antonio to win. I was very clear. I predicted San Antonio to win, but
until they lost.
And I said this before we started game 1. I said the only thing that was concerning me was the fact they did not have the experience and that they were young, and I think that was going to come and bite them at some point. I was hoping I was wrong, but it's all starting to play out. It's no way, Daryl. How many times have you, even in a regular season game that don't even matter, how many times have you seen a team blow a 29-point lead? It doesn't happen very often.
But it did.
Yeah, it did. So now you're telling me on the strength of the fact that you're sticking with San Antonio, they're somehow miraculously going to win, 3 games in a row? Is that what you're telling me?
Did the Knicks miraculously come back from 29 points down?
The Knicks, I'm telling you, everything about a player, a team getting too damn cocky. They shot up. The ball was going in like crazy in the first half. I think their field goal percentage was almost like 60% in the first half. They got 14 3-pointers in the first half of the game. So they're thinking they can't do anything wrong. But when you take your eye off the prize, when you get comfortable, the minute you let your guard down and you tell yourself, I don't got to work for the rest of it, that's when it came and crept up on their asses. And that's why they went back to San Antonio with the L. So I'm sorry, Daryl. I want the Spurs to win. I still want the Spurs to win. The probability of it, this is not like when the Rockets came back. I think the Rockets were the first team to ever come back from a 3-1 deficit. Hold me true, right? Like back when they came back from playing, I want to say it was Charles Barkley and the Phoenix Suns in like 94 or something. 94, right? This is not that situation. Both of those teams were equally experienced, and then Olajuwon and that team had the experience, the skill set to come back, and they just did what they had to do. I don't think San Antonio has the experience. They got the talent, they don't have the experience to mentally overcome what they just went through. You got Wemby, who's still PSTD from his mistakes in game 1, and now you got what's his name who went for the layup. What's his name?
De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah. They got 2 critical players that are PTSD right now.
Shout out to De'Aaron Fox from Houston. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
H-Town.
I thought too, I think this is coaching, and maybe I'm wrong, but it seemed like towards the end of the game too, they kept doing the same defensive play. They go up, they would charge. Good gosh, how could Brunson force him to his left? And then Wemby came out there to guard him. I mean, every single time. And so, guys with experience and knows what to do, if you can do the same play over and over again, they're going to figure out how to beat you every time. And they did. Now they had Wemby way too far away from, particularly on the very last play, way too far away from the net when, they might have needed him to get a rebound.
That is the other piece that just ticks me off. Again, they got out-coached as well. It wasn't just the players. They got out-coached because the coach technically owns time management. So he should have been able to say, hey, if we just play this clock right, we're going to win this game.
Yeah,
but what really ticked me off is the fact that after Brunson missed that 3-pointer, nobody boxed out. That is fundamental basketball. I mean, not only did was it OG, he got the tip in, but what's his name was also, if you look at the replay, even if he had missed the tip in, another Knicks player, I can't remember who it was, he was already in the air ready to catch that. So they already had a backup plan and a backup plan. Spurs, they had semen in their shoes.
I love after when tipping back in, Brunson was back there after he missed his 3 and he goes in for a 2 and he goes like, yeah, just how we drew it up. I thought of that because it was like, yep, that's the backup plan.
Bro.
I'm with you, Marcus. I'm with you.
Yeah, it's not much more. I've seen teams lose. I've seen skilled teams that should have won games come back and win those games with those 20-plus deficits. I've seen that happen because that team just got themselves together. They already had the skill, they already had the experience, and they did it. San Antonio failed on so many levels. They were out-coached, outplayed, out-offense, out-defense. They got cocky. They did not keep their eyes, and this is what happens with young people, because the old guys like us, they still children. They still learning, and they got to lose to learn how to win.
That's too when you said cocky. I'm thinking at the halftime, another coaching thing. At halftime, they probably were in there celebrating, and he thought they had this sucker wrapped up. The coach should have sat him down and said, like, no, we're going back out there like a 0-0 again or something. I know they still know it, but somehow they mentally, I think, thought they had it won.
The 30 points
over?
in the whole
It's over?
second half.
That's what you're telling me, Marcus? It's over? You telling me it's over, Bruce?
I say it's over.
I'm saying it's 95% over. Do I think San Antonio
That's pretty over. Yeah. That's pretty over.
I think San Antonio will make it I think San Antonio will win one more game. I think San Antonio will find a way to win this game at home. Which honestly, for New York fans, they're probably like, "Hey, I hope
Oh yeah,
San
bring it back.
Antonio win, so we want to win this in New York City." Like I literally was in New York for Game 3, and so my hotel was about a 7-minute walk from Madison Square Garden, and I can tell you the energy. It was all purple and orange or whatever that
Mhm.
Yeah, I saw the
bluish,
lights on the TV.
bluish purple orange. It was everywhere. And let me tell you something. New York Knicks fans are some of the most horrible people in the world. And I hope the algorithm feeds this to everybody in New York on YouTube. Let me tell you, you're horrible people because I saw the clips. I was in New York City, so my Instagram story, my socials were feeding me a lot of local, content. And these guys were ripping jerseys off of people who had
Yeah, someone
Spurs
was all
jerseys
bloody in
on.
the
They
face.
were beating people, breaking property, damaging property, attacking cops. You know what? New York, y'all might win, but you damn sure don't deserve to.
Did you see that guy? I mean, someone threw an egg and hit Wimby on top of the head with an
What is
egg. I mean, I
that?
know it's an egg, but like, what are you thinking of?
Bruce,
That's stupid.
there were people who strategically who live in New York, New York fans came to San Antonio to watch the game because it was more cheaper to fly two people to San Antonio, get airfare, hotel, and prime tickets to the game. It was cheaper to do that in San Antonio than to get one ticket, nosebleed ticket, in New York City at Madison Square Garden. And you know what? Even when the game was over and New York won those games, the Spurs fans did not react like that. We got class in Texas. That is the one thing we have. We got class. New York, oh, not so much.
Well, you're talking about the
Yeah.
price of the tickets. I saw, you asked Spike Lee, some interview about the cost, and he pays for his tickets. But then they interviewed a couple other celebrities and that don't show up all the time. They were like, "How much did the ticket cost you to be out front?" Like, "Oh, we didn't pay for these tickets. They just want us here."
Yeah.
Wow. So
Yeah.
a lot of those guys didn't even pay for their tickets to be on the front. They just want that part of the experience and the excitement. Because, like, one time I was at a Maverick game, because we don't get celebrities there that you really see that often, And on Longoria, Eva Longoria, she came there one. We were playing the Spurs, and she came there. The whole stadium's watching her. Because, one celebrity once in a while. But, in New York, that whole front area was just celebrities, A-list celebrities, or maybe has-beens, but still, it was part of the scene. So the rich guys who could afford it, come on in.
They did like it was almost like a Kansas City Chief game, man. How many clips we got of Taylor Swift,
Yeah.
Oh man, oh Taylor boy, she's gonna command. But I mean, it's obviously it's good TV when they pan the crowd and they see those A-list celebrities, there. So it is what it is, man. New York fans are horrible. Horrible people, man.
Well, it was an incredible game to watch, and I'm sure that was another thing too. When the game was over, I was just amazed how many fans just stayed there. I mean, they were like savoring what they had just witnessed. Usually when the TV goes back to the stadium, it's like cleared out now, but they were still hanging around. It was incredible. And up there, that's amazing. What's up there too? New York and Boston. Their subway system's incredible, isn't it? I mean, the way they can channel people in and out really quick. And I've been there both times I've been at both cities, and it's just phenomenal what they do. I enjoy it. That's one thing I'm going to lose with the Mavericks. Maybe they have that dart goes right there to the Maverick games. I've taken that a few times. That's been great. I guess we'll lose that when they move.
Man, I never taken dart. You know that?
No.
I've been here what, 9 years? I'm gonna have to do that.
Yeah.
Why haven't you taken the dart, Daryl?
Huh?
Why haven't you taken the dart?
Why was I?
Why haven't
I
you?
wasn't. Oh, I haven't. I just haven't had a reason. But a good buddy of ours, DJ Blackbeard, shout out to Blackbeard. He does this. He hosts the party train. They do that every now and then, where one car of the train is a party, and he's on there mixing, and they're having a big
Wow.
party, and that
That
train
could be
takes you
fun.
to one end of the
Oh,
city
that
to the
sounds.
other.
That
So
sounds. Yeah.
next
That
time he
sounds.
do that, I think I'm gonna hop on and
Oh, that
and
sounds
check it
like
out.
maybe you can he'll let you get behind the wheels, man, and kind of do what you got to do, man. Kind of cool.
Okay,
Well, we
we'll
take
see.
it to the state fair when we go there. Sometimes we're passing all the traffic, so I like it. We just it's not we don't have a lot of it, but I like taking it. I like taking it, that's for sure. Well, anyway, let me see if anyone knows the answer to the trivia question. For the
Can you
NBA
restate it again?
Finals,
Yeah. What is
what
it again?
yeah what
What
team
is it again? I'm sorry.
has scored the most points in a half? Like I thought the Spurs probably had it with was 76 points, but someone's done better. So what team? I'm going to give you a hint. I don't think you probably would expect it. When you're talking about high power scoring things, I didn't expect it. Who the winner was?
Daryl, you got any clue?
Was that a hint? I mean,
Well, I thought you might go with someone that scored a lot of points a lot. They had a reputation for scoring a lot of points.
I mean, well, you already discrediting like the Lakers and
Chicago.
Chicago.
Yeah, it's not them. It's not the high profile teams I would have thought.
I mean, you go in the 80s, you got 3 teams that won championships the entirety of the 80s, so that's pretty much going to cancel out.
Yeah, that's not it. This isn't a Wayback Machine. It was
somebody.
Someone was on the team that's been on multiple teams.
Thanks.
That's everybody, isn't it? That's everybody.
So is it
Superstar? Okay, I'll give you a better hint. It was the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Okay.
They had 86 points in, let me see, 2017.
Okay.
Game 4. I just never would have guessed.
June 9th, 2017.
Oh, you knew it.
No, he knows it because he looked it up. That sneaky linking with ChatGPT or Google. Sneaky linking.
Oh, that's a lot of points. I going back just again, I just could not believe that they came back from that kind of win. Lead, having a 29-point lead. You said, Marcus, maybe others have come back from a 20-something point lead, but you think in the championship game, they're both good. So I don't know, probably inexperience.
Yeah.
Too bad. I think maybe Daryl said, maybe I forget which one of you said it too. They're young, they don't know things like we do. Well, can you imagine how long I would last if I played a basketball game? I'd be like up to midcourt. Wait a minute, timeout.
Yeah, no.
You might not, Marcus. I guess you work out pretty hard. I don't.
Yeah, but he can't hoop, so don't even count him in.
Oh, whatever. Like you can hoop, huh?
You know damn well I can't hoop, so don't even put me in.
I just had to wait you out. Now I'll take your ass. I just had to wait you out.
Hey, more power to you, brother.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. That's what we got for today. Boy, that was quite a game to watch. I bet there's going to be more people that claim they were there than actually was there, like those kind of games. But that was some game. And you guys, let us know what you think about the game. Do you agree with Daryl that San Antonio is going to come back and win this whole thing? Or Marcus, who says, there's only a 95% chance that San Antonio can come back? Or me, who's like, they're not coming back at all. I mean, they might win a game, but they are not winning this championship. So that's what I think. What do you guys think? Comment, like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Peace.